Good morning, dear children. Welcome to the EVS class. Today we will study lesson number 7, Water for Living. As we all know, water is our basic need. We need water for drinking, cooking, washing, bathing, and growing crops. Can you imagine your life without water? No, we can't imagine our life without water. Nature has provided us water in abundance, but unfortunately, only 2.5% of it is fresh, and just 1% our fresh water is easily accessible. There are many sources of water: rain, rivers, lakes, ponds, seas, and oceans. Rain is the main source of water on the earth. A large amount of rainwater falls into water bodies like ponds, lakes, rivers, and seas. Now we'll see the underground sources of water. Rainwater seeps into the soil through very small pores. This water is known as underground water. This water is safe and fit for drinking. It does not contain germs. The examples of underground sources of water are wells, tube wells, and hand pumps. Now, the next source of water is fresh water bodies. Fresh water bodies include lakes, ponds, and rivers. A small collection of water is called pond. Lakes are bigger collection of water than ponds. These water bodies contain dust and germs, so it is not safe for drinking. Rivers are one of the most important source of water. There are two types of rivers. Number one is snow-fed rivers and number two rain-fed rivers. What is snow-fed rivers? The rivers which are formed by melting of glaciers high up in the mountains are called snow-fed rivers. Example, Ganga, Yamuna. Next is rain-fed rivers. The rivers which receive water from the rains are called rain-fed rivers. Example, Krishna, Mahanadi, Godavari, etc. And now the next source of water is oceans and seas. More than two-thirds of the earth is covered with salty water. An ocean is a large body of water. There are 5 oceans in the world: Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean, and Antarctic Ocean. Ocean and sea water is salty and not fit for drinking. Now we have understood the sources of water, underground sources of water, number 2 fresh water bodies, and number 3 oceans and seas. Now we will see why and how do we store water for future use. It is important to store the clean water properly, otherwise it will become dirty. So we store water by building dams, reservoirs, and canals. What is a dam? A dam is a wall built across a river to hold back or block and control the flow of river water. This water is used to generate electricity. It is used to irrigate fields and for domestic purpose also. Second, reservoir. A reservoir is an artificial lake which forms behind a dam. And the third one is canals. A canal is built to take water to areas where there is a scarcity of water. Now the next is, how do drinking water reaches to our houses? Water from lakes, rivers, reservoirs is cleaned and purified in the purification plant. They add a small quantity of chlorine water in order to destroy the germs. Then this purified water reaches to our houses through pipelines and taps. Now the next is water cycle. The heat from the sun warms the water in the seas, rivers and lakes. The water changes into water vapor. Water vapor does not always remain in the air. As it goes up, it cools down and changes back into liquid. Clouds are formed in the sky by these water vapor. When these water vapor reaches high up in the cooler region, it cools and forms tiny droplets of water on the dust particles. These particles join together and form clouds. When these clouds become too heavy, they fall in the form of rain. This rainwater flows into lakes, rivers, ponds, and then flow back into the ocean. So this is the water cycle. So in this lesson, we have studied the different sources of water. Then we have studied how do we store water for our future use. And then we have studied how do drinking water reaches to our houses. Now the water cycle. And in this water cycle, we have used two terms, evaporation and condensation. So what is evaporation? The process by which water changes to water vapor on heating is called evaporation. And what is condensation? The process by which water vapor changes into liquid water is called condensation. That's all for today. Have a good day. Thank you